Today we've got your mid-September real estate market update for Northern Virginia. Hi everybody, Tom Peach with Tom and Cindy and Associates at Long & Foster. And before we get into the data, let me just give you an overview. Our real estate market still keeps chugging along, and here we are in mid-September. The houses are selling, interest rates are super low, almost as low as we've ever seen them. Today, the stock market went down, so rates are going to go even a little bit lower. Demand, there's a lot of buyers still out there looking for properties, and properties are getting a lot of showings. Now, inventory has crept up, no question. In the zip codes that we search every day, inventory has almost doubled, but it's not as much consequence as you might think, because what we see happening is there are properties that maybe don't look as good as they should. They're overpriced, and so every week those properties just stay on the market. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, new properties come on, and then Monday, Tuesday, and early Wednesday, the best properties from the week before are under contract, so they go off the market. So right now what we're seeing is, it used to be maybe 42 homes on the market, and then lately it's been around 85 homes on the market. But it'll balloon on the weekend up to 103. Now it's in the mid-90s because we're filming on a Monday, so some things went off that had gone under contract. And I suspect by tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, we'll be back in the 80s again. So right now, just a strong market, still favoring sellers, no question about that, but buyers have a few more things to look at, and they're not competing quite as much as they were earlier in the year. However, for you sellers, I don't think it's the best time to try to set new records and go crazy with your price. I think if you want to get a record price, the best way to do it is make your house look good, price it correctly, and then if the public sees you as the best home in your price range that weekend, you may get multiple interest and achieve the highest possible price that way. So let's look at some stats. Before we get started with the MLS and Long & Foster's Market Minute and that data that we have there, just wanted to show you some real world sales here. We've settled on 14 properties in the last 30 days, and I think these four kind of symbolize where the market is at. 6608 Nettie's Lane was on at $419,900, and it got $445,000, so $25,100 over the asking price in 5 days. 6637 Dunwich Way was a one-car garage townhome in Kingstowne. It was a gorgeous home, but it got full price and $715,000. A single-family home in Kingstowne, 6366 Alderman Drive, got $850,150, which was the highest price ever for a home on Alderman Drive. And 6829 Corridor Lane sold for $970,000, which was the highest price ever in Mount Ayr. Okay, so we are in the BrightMLS system. And what I wanted to show you was what I was talking about on inventory. You could see there are 96 now this is zip codes 22310 and 22315. It's basically the Kingstowne area of Western Alexandria where our office is. What we found is that over 20 years of looking at this practically every single day, it really represents well the entire market. And so what we're seeing is that 96 might have been only 40 or 45 just a few months ago, but look over here on days on the market. You're seeing 40, 43, 59, 89, 87, 78, more, 89 here, 89 here. So we wouldn't have seen those before. So what we're seeing is some homes on the market that are staying on each week. So adding to the amount of inventory, but they're homes that are either overpriced or they don't look as good as they could, or maybe they have tenants and it's not easy to show. So that's where we are, what we're looking at here. And let's go to Long & Foster's Market Minute. So Long & Foster's marketing department puts out this excellent product every month called the Market Minute. And we're looking at zip code 22315, which again is the Kingstowne area of Alexandria. And you could see last year, the amount of homes sold is pretty close to what it was last year. Inventory, as we talked about, is up. Median sales price is also up because we've had some great record prices that people have gotten. Now you're seeing the days on the market up, but that reflects the inventory which hasn't sold. But days on the market still super low, 14 days on the market. And again, as I scroll down, you can see a lengthier version of everything that I just said there. So what we're seeing is the month's supply of houses, barely, not even a 1 month supply of houses. And you can see the average sale has gotten above the asking price, which is really pretty phenomenal for as long a period as this has gone on. So now let's look at Fairfax County. So now we're looking at Fairfax County as a whole, and we may have a few differences, but pretty similar. Units sold up from last year, but just by 1%. Active inventory up 11%. Sales price still, again, some great prices and record sales. You can see days on the market at 17. So a little bit more with the county as a whole than in the Kingstowne area. A decrease in Fairfax County and units sold in August, and inventory up 11%. So again, as we talked about, this is a good time to make your home look really great, as good as it can, and price it correctly. That's super important, even in a hot seller's market. So county-wide, there was a 1 month supply of homes. So still, even though inventory's up, it's still a low inventory seller's market. And we do have some new homes coming on, and the average sales price was 100.7% of the average list price. So, homes are averaging above the sales price, but it's coming more into line. So I hope that gives you a good idea of where our market is right now. If you need any further data or have some questions, or we can help you out in any way, email or give our team a call at 703-822-0207. We'd love to help you. Thanks for watching. See you next week.